And we are here, ladies and gentlemen, at the final, I say final, big catch-up stream read-through series I have going for Dragon Ball, until I'm down to just reading one chapter after one chapter. I am looking forward to seeing the rest of these chapters. So let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way, shall we? Good to see you, Psycho. What's going on? But like I said, let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading as I catch up to the most current chapters of Dragon Ball Super. Only 4 more chapters to go through, and then I fully caught up with the series. Here we are. It's been a very long time getting here, and I just have to say to everyone who's endured all these days of me going from Volume 1 and Chapter 1 of Dragon Ball Super all the way down to Chapters 85 to 88 today, I just want to say thank you for making this an awesome read-through to go through. Denim must be very, very hungry because he is barking up a storm in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear him, but that boy is hungry. But it's time to finally bring this read-through series to an end. Not that Dragon Ball Super is coming to an end, but just my massive reading of all the chapters are coming to an end. So let's go ahead and get started. Last we left off, Gas was still contending with Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta, and it got to a point where, well, actually, it was more like we saw more history of Bardock. We saw more history of Bardock, and it turns out that the reason why Goku continues to improve and continues to thrive and flourish and prosper and just continuously develop well is because Bardock made a wish 40 years ago that his sons would thrive. Like, he refused the wish to be teleported off the planet because he was like, no self-respecting Saiyan would ever run away from an enemy. So he decided to stay and fight Gas back then. And he pushed past his own limits and defeated Gas. But not before he gave that wish to the Toronbo, which was the name of the two Dragon Ball Dragon, that his sons would thrive. And this is what has allowed Goku to pretty much persevere against literally every one of his opponents, simply because of a wish that Bardock made 40 years ago. So we cut back to the present, and we see Goku being able to access Ultra Instinct, and we see Vegeta using Ultra Ego as they contend with Gas, who was sent in a galaxy-spanning chase with Goku, because Gas's ability to use instant transmission is nowhere near as refined as Goku's is. So Goku was just taking them all through these planets, and Goku retraced his steps to go right back to Planet Cereal, which Gas was not able to do. But because Whis just told him what direction Planet Cereal is in, Gas just flew all the way over there at breakneck speeds, and now we are dealing with a Gas who's dealing with both Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta. And the last thing we see is Vegeta getting punched and him not being fazed by it all that much, which confuses Gas, where Vegeta says, like, no matter what you do to me, I'm just going to keep getting stronger. So let's get started with Chapter 85. I know that was a long synopsis. I know it was. But here we are with Chapter 85, To Each His Own Answer. And then it cuts to Goku watching Vegeta talk to Gas. Damage is nothing but fuel to keep me engaged in this battle, which, for you, presents quite the dilemma. What now? Would you like to make me even stronger? And then it cuts to Gas rushing Vegeta and hitting him square in the chest. And then him repeatedly hitting Vegeta over and over and over and over and over again. And then, as he hits Vegeta, he kicks him towards the ground. Vegeta bounces off of the ground from the recoil, and Gas fully dives onto him, knees first, straight into his midsection. And then Gas gets up. The answer is simple. I kill you in one blow and be done with it. And then it cuts to Goku. No! And he rushes straight to Gas And, well, he doesn't rush straight to Gas. All of a sudden, Gas gets hit. And it turns out that Vegeta's still standing because that blow was just to make Gas let down his guard. So Vegeta just punched Gas full force. And this shocked Goku and Gas. "Thank you for the prime fuel, ye vermin." And then he hits Vegeta, and he keeps hitting him over and over. And then it cuts to him looking like he's using instant transmission on Vegeta, and he instant transmissions him above him, and he kicks Vegeta away. And he just starts throwing Vegeta all over the place. And he keeps using telekinesis to kick him away, then bring him towards him, kick him away, bring him towards him. It's like a very weird telekinetic paddleball game to Gas right now. He can use instant transmission on others? Yeah, this is something that we knew in the last chapter. And he keeps using, he's not even using telekinesis to do it. He's just instant transmissioning Vegeta right back to him every time he knocks him away. So it's like he knocks him away, instant transmission, and then it's like he's telekinetically bringing him there, but he's just forcibly teleporting Vegeta in range just so we can hit him over and over again. He can use instant transmission on others? And then it cuts to Gas beating up on him as Goku goes, "Enough!" And then Vegeta screams, "Stay back, Kakarot!" And then he gets knocked backwards. Yes, with this ideal stimulant, my Ultra Ego continues to evolve. But what of your Ultra Instinct? It seems no different than before. Figure it out fast. Until then, he's mine! And then Vegeta rushes Gas and then just fully headbutts him. Because, Gas likes to headbutt people a lot. And this causes Gas to falter. And then it just shows Vegeta clashing over and over with Gas as Goku jumps away. And he goes out of perfected Ultra Instinct and goes back to his base form. And then he goes, "My own Ultra Instinct." And then it just has Goku going into a meditative pose as this field appears around him. And then it shows Vegeta constantly hitting Gas. "Cease this pointless struggle! Enough of your deranged technique." And then it shows Vegeta getting back up, like he's not down. But he's getting messed up because the dude's eye is swollen. Like his eye is getting swollen. "Enough? No, not yet." And then it cuts to Mackie. "Yeesh, looks like some sort of zombie." "Take him down quick, Gas," goes Oil. And then it cuts to Gas hitting Vegeta in his midsection. And he keeps hitting Vegeta over and over and over again. And then, with one big massive battle cry, he lets out an uppercut that sends Vegeta flying. And Vegeta lands on the back of his spine. That's a very, 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 very dangerous place to learn. But since this is anime/manga, he's fine. Fine. And then he flips over on his stomach. And then it just cuts to Gas, who thinks he's done. You won't be standing up again." And then it cuts to Vegeta as it zooms in on his face, and he's still looking at Gas. And Gas is surprised to see him still moving. "As I said, I am no longer bound by limits!" And then it cuts to Gas preparing to defend himself, and then it's just nothing but silence as Mackie, Oil, and Electra look on. And then Gas actually closes his eyes because he was preparing to get massively hit. But he opens his eyes, and it seems that Vegeta fell unconscious before he could even hit Gas. He's literally standing in front of Gas, and he's out cold. Like Rock Lee standing up after Gaara pretty much rendered him unconscious during the Chunin exams. Vegeta's out, and he just falls forward. And then Gas thinks that Gas thinks that he's won, okay? He thinks that he's won. I guess he burned himself out. A technique that damages the user. How stupid. And then it cuts to Oil, who goes, phew. And then Mackie, I was freaking out there for a second. And then it cuts to Gas preparing to bring up, like, he creates this big sword as he looks like he's about to stab Vegeta. A stupid end befitting a Saiyan. And then he goes to stab Vegeta, but then all of a sudden, Vegeta is protected by a force field all of a sudden. And Gas looks over in shock. And then he looks over, and it turns out that Goku was the one who protected Vegeta with a force field. Goku can do force fields now. He can create force fields now. You see, I'm used to seeing someone like Whis being able to do that, or Android 17 and 18 being able to do that, or even Frieza being able to do that. Not used to Goku being able to make entire force fields. But it shows Goku still in his meditative state, as he's the one who put this force field around Vegeta. Is this your doing? And then Goku starts to levitate Vegeta towards him. And he puts Vegeta inside the same force field that he's in. What are you up to? And then Gas starts shooting towards Goku and Vegeta. And the shots hit the shield, but the shield is completely untouched. And then it cuts to Goku just like his hands in a prayer pose. Do you plan to hide behind a shield forever? Emerge now so I may kill you. And then it cuts to Goku opening up the shield going, whew. Okay. Huh? Yup, this was my only option, so I might as well try it out. Despite your impending death, you remain carefree. I guess so. That's just how I am. And then Goku just jumps down in front of Gas. And then he starts channeling power. I don't know what he's doing. He starts channeling power. Another form. Silver hair this time, or blue? Neither. See, I figured out the best transformation to make use of my power. And then it cuts to Goku as he powers up. And then he powers up, and then Gas looks at him, and all the rest of the Heater gang look at him. And then Mackie goes, huh? He transformed again. What color's his dumb hair now? And then it cuts to Goku, and his hair is still black. Still black? Why? I thought silver hair indicated maximum strength. Why not use that? Goes Gas. For that ultra instinct to work, I need my heart to be calm and tranquil. But in this form, I can put my emotions to work for me. And believe me, my heart's not calm now. And then Gas has like a flashback, a PTSD moment, as he sees Bardock in Goku right now. Stop that! That look! No! Don't look at me like that! And then it cuts to Gas rushing Goku. And then Gas launches at Goku and tries to punch him, and Goku punches in the same direction as Gas. Gas's punch grazes Goku's cheek, but Goku is the one to land like a full force blow onto Gas, which shocks the Heater gang. And the impact from this punch is so monstrous that the shock, it not only creates a crater underneath them, but the shockwave is enough to throw all the Heaters off of their ship and completely knock their ship out of the sky. He just knocked the ship out of the sky. And all the Heaters are just floating in the air looking at their destroyed luxury ship that they had, with Alec going, tch, and then Gas being launched a far distance. And then Goku rights himself because he's the only one who's on his feet. And we see Gas holding the side of his face because he's massively hurting. And it shows Goku rushing him, and Gas trying desperately to get out of the way of Goku. And then Goku uses instant transmission right behind Gas and kicks him away. Kamehameha! And then he hits Gas with a full force blow, and the whole air explodes. And then it shows Gas still there, but he get messed up. How? What is happening? Seems like I'm just barely stronger than you now, but I don't have long, so let's get this done. And then Goku flies off after him, and he's just steadily hitting Gas over and over, and Gas does not have the moment to even retaliate. He doesn't even have a moment to retaliate to whatever Goku's doing, because Goku is just working them gassy ribs. And then it cuts to Vegeta, who starts to slowly regain consciousness as Goku continues to land blow after blow on Gas. And then Gas manages to hit Goku, and Goku looks at him, and then he lets out a beam from his mouth? What? That's something you would see a great ape do. He just gets hit in the face by a kick from Gas, and he looks at him like, excuse me? And he just hits Gas full force to the point where he actually starts to destroy Gas's clothes. Curse you. And then it cuts to Vegeta, who's conscious enough to, see all this. This fighting style is meant to be Ultra Instinct. Absurd. And then it cuts to Gas again. I sacrificed my pride to become the strongest warrior in the universe. Behold! And then it cuts to Gas summoning a whole bunch of weapons around him. A cretin like you could never hope to surpass me! And then he throws all of these weapons at Goku, and Goku just dodges every single one of them. Until it gets to that one big ball and chain and Goku dodges it, grabs onto the chain, and retaliates by slamming it in the direction of Gas. And Gas has to seriously brace himself in order to keep this thing from crushing him. A weapon of my own creation could never bring me down! And then as Gas is distracted from holding the Iron Ball, Goku comes in without him having a moment to react and just kicks him square in the chest, sending him flying so fast that the heaters just see his body streak across the sky. With Mackie, yes! And then we see the distant mountaintop just explode from him hitting it. Crap, he might actually lose! Huh? Where'd Elect go? Huh? And then it cuts to Gas, and apparently Elect is in front of him. Hey, Gas, what do you think you're doing? Elect, why did I make you into the strongest warrior? Answer me! And then it cuts to Goku landing behind them. Oh? To elevate the heaters to the universe's greatest organization. Correct. And what is needed to achieve that? Must kill the Saiyans. Wrong! You have to kill Frieza. Stamping out the Saiyans was only a stepping stone along the way. And then everyone is surprised to hear this. The end goal was not to take out the Saiyans, but to take out Frieza. The Saiyans were just a means to an end. And then Mackie and Oil just look on. So find the resolve to die in battle if you have to. The power I gave you has to be worth more than this pathetic showing. And then it cuts to Mackie, who goes, Elect, come on, that's a little too harsh. You don't gotta push him too hard. And then it cuts to Goku. Hey, you. Don't force the guy like that if he wants to fight us again. Don't force the guy like that. If he wants to fight us again, we're up for it whenever. Shut up, Saiyan. There won't be a next time for Gas. Huh? What's that mean? And then, the whole area behind Elect just explodes. And he looks back, and then we see what appears to be Gas, but no longer is Gas. Like, he looks like his pupils are gone. He has, like, massive forehead wrinkles. He looks like an even more monstrous version of himself. Not like the Berserker version that we saw before, but a more monstrous version of himself. He's still got his clothes, but his face is completely changed from what it was. His hair is blowing wildly in the wind, and everyone is shocked to see it except for Elect. What's up with your face? Goes Goku. I think you see what I mean. I think you see what I mean. Because when Elect says, there won't be a next time for Gas, and then Goku goes, what's that mean? I think you see what I mean. And that is the end of chapter 85. Onwards to chapter 86. Believe me, when I saw Goku shooting a beam out of his mouth, I'm like, wait, what Goku doing? A grade 8 move? That's what I thought too! Because that's the only time you really see people, the only time you see people firing blasts out of their mouth is people like Beerus, Broly, or grade 8s. Or like Saiyans in grade 8 form. Hold on, where's the light? There it is, right there. I want to make sure that my voice is coming through clear for all of you, because I'm enjoying this. Yo, Cedes! We just got done with chapter 85. We're moving on to chapters 86 of Dragon Ball Super. And this will be my last long read-through for Dragon Ball Super, and then I'll just go to singular chapters after that. Chapter 86, All Out Brawl. And it cuts to Gas, who's kind of transformed a little bit. And then Elect, smiling, jumps back up to the heaters. And then it cuts to Gas just holding his hands up. His face looks so emancipated. It's almost like he's much older now. Kind of reminds me of how Moro looked when we went through that arc. And Gas just holds his hand up, and then all of a sudden, Goku's neck starts to get strangled because Gas is using telekinesis to force choke him. He got me! And then it cuts to Gas, who starts smiling. Behold, as your head twists clean off, as he starts trying to squeeze harder and harder to literally twist Goku's head off. And then Goku manages to pull his hands towards his head and use instant transmission to try and hit Gas from behind. But Gas retaliates by hitting Goku directly in the face. You know how Helga used to hit that one dude that was breathing heavily in Hey Arnold? Gas basically just used Helga's move from that. He just immediately smacks his hand in the back behind him and hits Goku just squarely in the nose, causing Goku to reel and look up and find that Gas is no longer there, but suddenly behind him. I don't think I've ever felt better. It's as if every cell in my body is burning away, fueling me. A new flavor of ecstasy. And then he just grabs Goku's head and then forcibly shoves him behind himself with such force that he goes tearing through the forest. And then as he gets knocked into the air, he's suddenly caught up in a whirlwind because apparently Gas caught up to him when he was flying through the air and is now being launched by this big tornado he's getting caught up in. You cannot escape this power of mine. As Goku is tossed up inside of this tornado, he shoots directly in the eye of this tornado, and the beam goes so high it goes out into space, but it shows that Goku just barely managed to dodge this hit as it grazes across his chest. It grazes across his chest. And then Gas starts shooting up where Goku is, and Goku keeps getting hit over and over while in this massive cyclone that Gas has created. Then he dissipates the tornado, and Goku is just left airborne before he falls squarely to the ground. And he's just breathing heavily. Then it cuts to Elect again. See? He gets the job done once he starts trying. And Maki doesn't say anything.
Okay, sure, he's winning, hooray. Except something's kinda off about Gas.
And then it cuts to Gas, who's directly in front of Goku, gripping him by the neck. And then it cuts to him channeling his power into his fist that he makes picture Susanoo, like an extension of a bigger aura version of his fists over his original fists. Like he coats his arm into like a bigger fist as he prepares to hit Goku. And he does hit Goku, and Goku goes flying off in another direction. And Gas is just laughing to himself as Goku is just laying flat on his face. And then it cuts to Oil. What's with the wrinkly look? It looks totally ancient. Not to worry, his power is very much intact. In fact, he's stronger than ever before. And then Elect is just eating all this up. Then Goku struggles to get back up, still in that power-up form he's in right now. Your body and your power are way out of sync. My power has been liberated from my flesh. And then he imbues his kick to be like a bigger version of his kick, like picture a stand user. When they punch, a bigger fist comes up right behind him. That's basically what he's doing with his punches and kicks. He kicks Goku square into the air, and Goku rights himself and he launches at Gas, who then uses... He then both imbues his fists with even bigger fists, and they get close to each other until a blast separates the both of them. And everyone looks, Gas looks, Goku looks, and it turns out it's Granola! Granola's back! He's up! He's conscious! He's alive! But it's Granola! And Goku goes, Granola! And then elect, whatever, cocky of him to show up again after refusing to die. And then Granola flies over to Goku, and it looks like he tackles Goku. Yeah, he tackles Goku away from Gas. Still holding a grudge against the Saiyans, huh? Smart choice there, Granola. Kill him for us, and maybe we'll toss the old jobs again. And then Gas looks over, and then he finds that. Then we see that Granola is on top of Goku as he's going. As I dreamt, I too heard your father's voice. Now you need to let me do what I must. Are you willing to wager it all on my strength? And then it cuts to Gas, who's floating in front of this dust cloud that Granola and Goku are in. And then as the cloud dissipates, it shows Granola preparing that same one-fingered sniper move, still don't know the name of it, as Goku stands next to him. And then it cuts to Elect. Ugh. And then Gas is smiling, and then Goku goes, I'll keep Gas busy until you charge up enough power to bring him down. Thank you. And then Granola jumps back to a previous peak, to like a peak behind him, to charge up his blast while Goku prepares to keep him off. Not on your life! As Gas rushes him. And then it cuts to Goku rushing Gas as he continues to clash with him. And he kicks Gas away, and while Gas is kind of, he gets hit hard. Like, Gas hits him with, like, one of those imbued punches, but then Goku hits him with, like, an imbued kick. Like, his kick launches a blast at him. It's not like he kicks him in the stomach and then he goes flying. It's almost as if Goku's kick launches a ki blast at Gas, and that causes him to cough up blood. Then he uses all of his strength to imbue all 4 of his limbs to hit Goku full force, and Goku's on the ground. Then Gas comes up right behind him, preparing to stomp on him with, like, really big imbued feet with his boots, and he stomps right on Goku. And underneath this crater is Goku's body just kind of embedded in the ground right now. But but Gas's body is bleeding from the hit that Goku gave him. His body is bleeding from the body shot that Goku did. And then he's looking back at Granola as he's building up more and more power into the blast, to the point where the air itself is starting to revolve around Granola because that's how much power he's building up. No. How is he doing this? How does he still possess such strength? And then it cuts to Gas as he's preparing to throw a blast at Granola, but Granola is protected by a shield that Goku created. I still can't get over the fact that Goku can create force fields now. I still can't get over that. But Granola's protected by a shield from Goku, protected by a shield from Goku, and that shocks Gas as Goku goes, guess what? Nobody's giving up on beating you down. And then it cuts to Gas glaring at him, and he launches tons of blasts, like almost the same way that Beerus launched a whole bunch of blasts out of his body when he was fighting Goku, at least during the Battle of God scene where they went into like that underground cavern. He starts launching tons and tons of blasts towards Goku, and Goku just keeps getting engulfed in it. And as that's going, the shielding around Granola dissipates, and Gas notices. No, not yet. I'm not ready yet. And then Gas, coughing because he's still hurt from the body blow from Goku. What a shame. And then all of a sudden, he gets headbutted by another individual, and it's Vegeta. Any day now. Charge up fast or else. Vegeta.
Let's help him out, Oil.
And then it cuts to Gas. It cuts to Oil and Mackie flying off to try and help out Gas. And Electus getting bothered that things are not going his way. And then as Mackie and Oil are making their way towards Granola and company, Monaito jumps in front of them. You're not getting past me.
Listen, no geriatric Grano guy is gonna stop us,
she says. And then Oil cracks his knuckles, and then Monaito goes, ha! And then all of a sudden, both Mackie and Oil just fall unconscious. They out, Mackie and Oil. Y'all useless now. Hypnosis is my one and only combat skill. Almost ready, Granola! And it shows Granola as he's charging up his blast, and then Granola goes, I sure am. I've charged up enough more energy than he can possibly handle. And then both Vegeta and Gas look back. And then Elect goes, I gotta be careful, I'm sorry. Oh, how you doing? I'm great. Is this related with Dragon Ball Super after Tournament of Power? Yes, C-Des, we are way past the Tournament of Power right now. We're in the Granola arc. But also, I'm glad you like the Vegeta voice. But Elect goes, you wouldn't. Firing that blast near the ground would destroy planet Cereal, the home you hope to protect. And then Gas throws away Vegeta, and then it cuts to Goku, and he's laying there. And then all of a sudden, his body just shifts into Ultra Instinct, just like right then on the spot. Like I'm like thinking this dude is out of it, and he's trying to regain his strength. Then all of a sudden, he just shifts into Ultra Instinct. Yo! Okay, so y'all remember when Goku didn't have enough energy to take down Moro, when Moro fused with Earth, that he needed energy from other people in order to further his Ultra Instinct? And in the process, he basically created his own Goku Susanoo. Well, Goku just creates his own Susanoo right there. His Goku Sanoo. Oh! Not Susanoo, Goku Sanoo. He pretty much creates his own giant version of himself around him. And Gas sees it as he's trying to speed off towards Granola, and he goes, what now? And then Goku grips Gas and holds him down. Unhand me! And then it cuts to Goku gripping Gas in his big Susanoo form and throwing Gas all the way into space. Darn it, my eye's still damaged. My vision's all blurry. And then Oatmeal chimes in.
Allow me to assist with aiming.
Oatmeal!
A bit higher.
And then it goes to Vegeta. Do it! And then it cuts to Monito. This is your chance! Do it, goes Vegeta. And then Monito, this is your chance! And then Goku goes, Granola, shoot! There, fire! And then Granola shoots this big, massive blast that pretty much eclipses the size of the entire area where they were fighting in. And with one big loud, ha! We see the entire area erupt as this blast goes shooting towards Gas. And then it zooms out towards space, and then the panels start to get closer and closer to Gas's face as an enormous light envelops the entire area. Then there's silence. Then there's a rumbling. And then there's a massive earthquake. And then the whole area just explodes. Well, I wouldn't say explode, but the whole area just shakes like a massive shockwave goes off across the entire planet. Everyone gets tossed in the air. Goku, Vegeta, almost Monaito. Granola's there to catch both Goku and Vegeta, while Elect is doing his very best to brace himself. And then it cuts to Mackie and Oil, who apparently get woken up from this soul shockwave.
What just happened?
Ugh.
Where's Gas?
And then it cuts to Granola, who's just standing there. And then Vegeta, has he done it? He sure has, goes Vegeta. And Goku, and then Granola is just standing there, and then he looks up, and his scope sees Gas as Gas is falling from space. And then it shows Gas in the distance landing with a massive slam as Mackie goes, Gas! And then Granola goes, I didn't kill him. I'm not out for revenge anymore. Not against anyone. But Gas will be out cold for a few days, so take him and leave. Never darken our doorstep again. And then Mackie and Oil just kind of stew in their own failure, and they fly off to make sure Gas is all right. Then Goku, that was wild, Granola. I'm sorry for everything. It's a little late for that. And then Goku, and then the last panel we see in chapter 86 is Gas laying in a massive crater. Though we don't see his face because it's too far up, but he's just laying in this smoldering crater that he just landed in. And that's the end of chapter 86. Onwards to chapter 87! What is up with these food names? Oatmeal? Yeah, granola, oatmeal, planet cereal. The food names just keep coming, man. Chapter 87, the universe's strongest appears. And then it cuts back to Goku. Our training wasn't enough in the end. What a pathetic victory. Never again. I'll hone my technique until I can prove myself superior to you. Me? Lose to you? Not gonna happen. And then it cuts to Granola, who just falls over. Granola! And then Granola starts coughing up blood. What's wrong? I'm fine. Did that final attack really take that much out of you? Yeah, it's a move fueled by my very life. I'm betting it shortened my lifespan even more. What? I only have 3 years left to live. That was the price I paid to become the strongest in the universe. Huh? Why'd you go and do a crazy thing like that? I suppose the same applies to Gas. Probably. And then, no, I suppose the same applies to Gas. And then Granola goes, probably, though I don't know how many years he's been left with. And then it cuts to Monaito, who runs up to him. Granola, let me look at your wounds. And then Granola just looks at him. And then Monaito starts trying to heal Gas, and then something happens. And then all of a sudden, and then Monaito stops. And then Goku, what's up? Did you use your powers too much and now you can't heal? It's fine. Don't knock yourself out. I'll heal on my own, in time. That's not it. Actually, I'm feeling like I could bring you back to full strength. Huh? And then Monaito completely heals Granola. Beforehand, he was barely able to heal just regular wounds. It took him a long time just to heal Granola when he fought Gas the first time. But now he was able to completely heal Granola to his full strength. Like, anything that happened to Granola is completely healed now. And then Monaito does the same to Goku, and then Vegeta. It's true, my energy is restored. Who would have thought my powers would ripen at this age? Maybe from all the healing I've done lately. That's great. I wish I could have used this full healing power sooner. It is what it is. Then it cuts to Elect, who sees all this stuff. How was I so off the mark? The universe's strongest? What a total scam. The joke's on me for trusting in those Dragon Balls. And then a ship flies over Elect. Open the hatch. We're getting out of here. Stat! And then Elect tries to fly off, and Vegeta sees him. Look, he's fleeing on his own. Hey, Elect! You're leaving your family behind? Shut up, there's no time to lose. Besides, any minute now, Gas is going to... And then it zooms into Monaito as someone shoots straight through Monaito. The dude just learned how to fully heal. How y'all gonna kill him? Someone shoots straight through Monaito as Goku, Vegeta, and Granola see this shot. Yeah, Mona Ito just gets straight up shot straight through the chest, and he falls down to the ground from the pillar where they were standing on, and everyone looks on in shock, and they look back, and we see this immensely emancipated Gas. Like, you remember how big and buff Hody Jones looked during the Fishman Island arc, and then after the energy steroids wore off, he was brought down to such an emancipated state to the point where he was basically an old man, even though he's not old. Gas, with whatever power-up happened to him, his body has gotten so emancipated, so bony, so almost skeletal even, that there's barely any muscle left on him. He's barely recognizable from how he was before. Gas? But how? And this even shocks Elect.
No more interest in revenge? Is that what you say, Granola?
And then Granola just looks.
How about now? Still sticking to that soft-hearted claim?
And then Granola, getting angry, jumps down towards Monito. Monito! That little... And then Goku rushes with his own powered-up mode, and Vegeta rushes him with Ultra Instinct. And as they get close, Gas uses telekinesis to slam both of their heads together. And then he instant transmissions directly in front of them to deliver a massive kick that sends the both of them flying. And they both right themselves, and they fly straight back towards Gas. And they start, running his pockets. They start beating up on him. And as it looks like Goku's about to use a Kame on him, and Vegeta's about to use a Gallic Gun on him, take this! Gas just grabs the both of them, and he actually sends out a massive blast towards Goku and Vegeta. And while they're shielding themselves, while the blast is still going, Gas flies inside of the still existing blast and grabs the both of their well, actually, he doesn't grab both of their faces. I thought he grabbed their faces. No, he just slams his bare feet against their face. That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. It's one thing to kick a man in the face. It's another thing to kick a man in the face with your bare foot. Because it's your foot. Like, see, you can get away with, and people won't be too mad at you. I mean, they'll be mad at you if you kick them in the face with your foot and you got shoes on. But if you kick them in the face and you ain't got no shoes on, just knowing that those individual toes was across your face, that's so disrespectful. That's disrespectful. But he just lands both of his bare feet on the faces of Vegeta and Goku, sending them flying off into the distance. And apparently, Gas is not long for this world, because the punch that he got from Goku and Vegeta, his face is torn off. He is literally falling apart. Whatever power-up he had, it's on borrowed time. His body is falling apart. He cannot survive these hits. So it's kind of weird. And he's just smiling as half his face is kind of missing. He dove right into his own energy blast. It's like he doesn't even care about taking damage. Sheer madness. It's like fighting something already dead. And as they're fighting, it cuts to Granola, who goes back to Monito. Monito, no, you can't die. It's fine, Granola. My life should have ended 40 years ago. My only duty since then was raising you right. But you don't need me anymore. Of course I need you. Thank you, Granola. Spending the last of my long years with you was more than I could have asked for. No, don't give up! I can't let you die. I won't let you die! And then it cuts back to Goku, who's fighting Gas with Vegeta, and he kicks Gas's left arm, and he completely breaks it. He completely breaks it, but even despite Gas's arm being broken, he still clenches his fists and manages to land a hit on Goku with that same broken arm. He has a chunk of his arm missing, and he still hits Goku with enough force to send him flying backwards. Mind you, both Goku and Vegeta are in their powered-up states. And then it cuts to Gas, who's just... he's pretty much a zombie right now. But I wouldn't say in his right mind. He can still think, but his body's just falling apart. It's not healing at all. And he's just laughing to himself like a madman.
How's that arm of his still even moving? It's like a curse. Cursed to be the universe's strongest.
And then it cuts to Elect, who's watching.
Yes, good. Here we go. Get him! Go on, Gas! You'll be the strongest of all right up until the second you die! Kill them! Kill! Kill!
And it's like, Elect has lost his mind. And then Mackie gets up in front of him and goes,
Quit it, Elect! Look at him! This isn't normal! Let's get out of here! This is a battle we can put off winning!
And then Elect slaps his own sister and goes, Shut up! And Mackie gets caught by Oil.
I told you there won't be a next time. Gas's lifespan is about to run out. Making him far and away the strongest in the universe meant sacrificing. Making him far and away the strongest in the universe meant sacrificing that much of his life.
And that's when Gas realizes, because he doesn't understand what's going on with his body. He hasn't seen what's going on with his body.
Huh? I'm dying?
Elect! That's messed up!
And then Gas starts to wobble to his feet as he was preparing to beat up on Goku, and he goes to a nearby lake and he sees his reflection for the first time. He doesn't know what's happening to him. He just knows that he's there to fight, but he doesn't know what it's doing to his body.
My face! Why?
Stop screwing around, Gas! Kill them now! Quick! At least make yourself useful to me in your final moments, you worthless scum!
And then it cuts to Gas looking at him, and then Elect says,
Waste any more time, and before we know it, he's gonna...
I could hear the sound effect of this panel happen the moment I saw it. Yo! Oh! Oh! Woo! Before Elect could even finish that sentence, someone has showed up with a resounding boom landing right behind Gas. Goku looks on in shock. Vegeta looks on in shock. Granola looks on in shock. Elect looks absolutely terrified. Mackie and Oil just look on, and Gas turns his head to see this individual standing in front of him. And who is it that's standing in front of him? But Frieza! Frieza is here! And then he speaks.
It's been quite some time, Gas. Frieza? Why is he here? I understand you had some business with me. What might that be? I'm gonna kill you!
And then Gas just completely engorges his body to become muscular, and he launches crazed at Frieza, and Frieza just smiles. And then all of a sudden, Frieza puts his hand straight through Gas. In one instance, he puts his hand straight through Gas. And Gas, feeling that happen, everyone looks on in shock as Gas just rots away instantly. Just from that moment, Gas's life gives out. And his whole body just falls apart. Like the skin falls off of his bones. The muscle falls off of his bones. And then it just gets down to his bones. And his whole body just falls apart in between Frieza. And as Frieza's standing there, he brushes his shoulder off and he just brushes his hand off and he looks down at the upper torso of Gas. And then he steps on Gas's skull and crushes it. And then Elect is just immediately scared. Frieza Frieza is here, and he does not waste time exercising some of that black Air Force energy, even though his final form is white. He just came in, says hi, punches a person through their stomach, refuses to elaborate, but still hasn't left yet. and Elect is just scared. Gah! And then it cuts to Frieza.
Elect, you're the one who contacted me, so once again I ask, what is your business with me?
And then Elect goes, and then and then Vegeta goes,
Gas, was he just in one blow? No way. Unless you had a legitimate reason for summoning me, you're going to be quite sorry you did. We got our wires crossed, that's all. No business deal today, I'm afraid. We're so very sorry. Crossed wires, Let me guess. You meant to have Gas kill me.
And then Electus is immediately scared.
I have bad news for you then. It looks like Gas is just dust in the wind.
And then Frieza whips his tail, and then what's left of Gas's remains literally does turn to dust. And as Frieza is a far distance from Gas, he's just in a minute, he just zooms in directly in front of Elect before Elect can do anything. And then Frieza has stolen this whole chapter. Frieza has stolen this whole chapter. Just from his appearance, he owns this chapter now. I don't care what was going on in the beginning. All that matters is that Frieza is here now.
I've known all about your ambitions these past 40 years. I knew and I let you scurry around, all while exploiting you for my army's benefit. No way, you knew? Why, there isn't a single thing in this universe I'm not privy to. For example, the fact that the weakest of the heaters is you.
And then Frieza just lightly walks past Elect. And then when he says,
for example, the fact that the weakest of the heaters is you.
And then Maki goes,
huh?
And then Elect gets angry, he goes, that's enough! And he tries to hit Frieza, and Frieza just casually catches his fists, because there's literally no strength behind it. And in that same instance, he holds his hands up to Elect and completely obliterates him. There's not he's gone. Elect is gone. He's dead. He just holds his hand up, blasts Elect in a quick blast, and nothing. There's not even dust remaining. All you see is just the air being sliced through. That's it. Elect is gone. And then both Oil and Maki just scream out in terror. Ah! And then it cuts to Frieza, who stares down at Goku and Vegeta.
Why, if it isn't you two, it seems the gang's all here.
Frieza, how'd you manage to kill Gas?
How, you ask?
Gas had become the strongest warrior in the universe. By all rights, he should have been far stronger than you.
In this universe, you mean? Ah, of course. I've been spending some time in another dimension, you see. So perhaps I wasn't being counted as part of this universe.
What do you mean you was in another dimension? What does Frieza mean he's been in another dimension? What does that mean?
I've been spending some time in another dimension, you see, so perhaps I wasn't being counted as part of this universe.
What other dimension?
One of my many conquered worlds. I happened to come across a chamber where time flows differently than in...
Oh, he found his own personal hyperbolic time chamber! What? What? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! He found his own personal hyperbolic time chamber!
What other dimension?
In one of my many conquered worlds, I happened to come across a chamber where time flows differently than in the outside world.
A room of spirit and time.
There, I was able to squeeze in 10 years worth of training.
Ooh! 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 Ooh!
It can't be.
I couldn't very well keep losing to Saiyans my whole life, so I needed a bit of a power-up.
A power-up? And then it shows Frieza putting his hands forward. And then he powers up. Oh! 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 What is that? What is that? What is that? What am I looking at right now? What is that? How? What is that? What? No! Yo! Frieza transforms. He doesn't transform into Golden Frieza. He transforms his let me just say what he calls it.
I couldn't very well keep losing to Saiyans my whole life, so I needed a bit of a power-up.
A power-up? And he transforms and he says,
Meet Black Frieza.
because Frieza now has gone fully black. Great, he's gonna get stopped by the Galactic Patrol more often now. But he's gone from gold to black. Black Frieza.
Meet Black Frieza. Achieving this form took plenty of toil, I'll have you know.
No way! And then Frieza just flies towards Goku and Vegeta. And he hits both Goku and Vegeta full force, so fast, so hard, that they are left incapacitated from both those hits. Vegeta was in Ultra Ego, and Goku was in his powered-up Ultra Instinct. Not the silver-haired one, but whatever new form he has then. The Ascendant one, I don't know what to call it. He hit both Goku and Vegeta in an instant, and they both got knocked out of their forms, and they're laying on the ground hurting. And then Frieza leaves his black form.
While you two were having fun on this puny planet, I managed to surpass you.
And then his ship comes in.
But I came here in pursuit of a different target, so I'll let you off easy today.
And then Frieza just flies off. And then it shows Mackie and Oil hiding.
You two.
And they realize that Frieza knows they're there.
You wouldn't happen to have any plans after all this. As it happens, my ship could use a cook and waiter.
We'll take the jobs, please and thanks.
And then Frieza just gives that evil grin as like, I'm glad you agreed. Follow me.
Yes, sir.
And then Frieza's ship just flies off. Bro, Frieza's now the strongest. As of right now, Frieza's stronger than Goku and Vegeta. He's spent 10 years in... He's spent so much time in the hyperbolic time chamber that he found that he got 10 years worth of training! But Frieza's ship flies off, and it cuts to Granola, who's still tending to Monaito.
Granola, is Monaito gonna make it? It's bad. He's not breathing.
And then all of a sudden, Monaito gets revitalized, and he gets back up, and the hole in his chest is completely healed. Huh? And it turns out that Whis is there. It's Whis. Whis is there. It's Whis. This one seemed to be a friend of yours, Goku, so just this once as a special favor. Wow, thanks, Whis. I see, it's finally over. It was a little too close for comfort this time.
Who's this? Whis, an angel. An angel? An angel?
Might I ask the two of you to return with me straight away? Lord Beerus can't figure out how to make instant yakisoba. Huh? Sure.
Pour boiling water into it. Done.
Vegeta doesn't have time for nonsense.
Pour boiling water into it. Done.
Do you want to train with us on Lord Beerus' planet, Granola? I'll have to decline. I've made a mess of this planet. I need to fix the damage with the Dragon Balls.
That's right. Then I'll seal them away for good. This planet doesn't need them anymore.
Okay. That's a shame, but it's your choice.
In that case, you'll be wanting this.
And then Vegeta hands Granola the Dragon Radar that the Heater stole from Bulma, so Bulma's gonna have to make another one.
What is it? The radar Maki dropped earlier. It will trivialize your search for the Dragon Balls.
That'll help. Thanks. That'll help for sure. Thanks. I guess we're heading out, Vegeta.
Hang on, son of Bardock. You can't forget this.
And then Monaito gives Goku his father's scouter, which has what looks to be the reflection of Bardock in it. And he looks at it and smiles. And then Whis, well, shall we?
Yeah.
See you around, Granola, Monaito.
Thanks for everything, son Goku and Vegeta. Come visit Earth if the urge hits to do battle with a Saiyan. I welcome the challenge.
Sure, but I'll be sure to win anytime.
That's a good attitude.
Off we go then. Farewell, new friends, says Whis, and they shoot off into space. And then it cuts to Goku and Vegeta talking to Whis while they fly through space. You know how the Oracle Fish mentioned the strongest warrior in the universe? Was it actually talking about Frieza? Perhaps. Or maybe the strongest warrior emerged elsewhere in our universe.
Really? Great. I guess I better get back to training.
Wonderful. I expect you to put in the best effort. After we dine in on instant yakisoba, that is. And that's the end of chapter 88. And then it says down here that Dragon Ball Super will be taking a break for a bit to prepare for the next arc. But as we bring this stream to a close, with chapter 88, yo, Kyushu, the more I hear you doing it, I'm looking at comments real quick. Kyushu, the more I hear you doing an old man's voice, I see you as a voice actor for old men voices. Well, thank you. Feels like you perfected Frieza's voice. I still need to perfect it so I get it right without second guessing myself. I bet Denim and Kenzo ear prompt up that this human is really loud upstairs. Nah, Denim is the one who's all like, I hear people moving around. I want to be where the people are right now. No. But no. I thought Ultra Ego was from Hero. I bet Goku gonna up his Ultra Instinct. I wonder if Jiren is the reason why Frieza went training. I mean, Jiren and then Goku. But Jiren is from another universe. He doesn't need to worry about Jiren making his way over to Universe 7 because Jiren's in, like, Universe 11. But I feel like the reason why he got this power was because of Goku. But Chapter 88 and the last chapter of Dragon Ball Super, the last chapter of Dragon Ball I'm going to be doing a full 1 hour stream on, and the last chapter of Dragon Ball we get in the year 2022. Chapter 88, Beerus's Planet. And this is narration. This isn't actually the name of the chapter. Beerus's Planet. And we get narration as Goku and company are eating yakisoba while Vegeta's just looking off in space.
Goku and Vegeta's battle to the death with gas on planet Cereal ended with an abrupt loss to Black Frieza. After that, they returned to Beerus's planet. Goku was now aware of the massive power gap between him and his foe, as was Vegeta. As such, they continue their training in the hopes of defeating Frieza. Meanwhile, back on Earth.
Dragon Ball Super, Chapter 88, Superheroes Are Born. And yo, how much time has passed? Is this an older Trunks and an older Gotenks? Goten? This is an older yo, we are about to see them grow up. How far are we about to jump in the time skip? Because in this color page for chapter 88, it shows like Blue Hall High School. And it shows an older Mai. It shows Trunks, young Trunks, not future Trunks, but current day Trunks. And he's a little bit older. He almost looks like his future self. And we have a a older Goten. Did we ever think we would see Goten grow up? How long has this been? And then it cuts to people going, evil must be mopped up. We leave the world cleaner than we found it. We're the cleanup heroes. Saiyaman 1 and X1. Saiyaman X1. Saiyaman X2. Saiyaman X1. Saiyaman X2. Here to tidy up. Jewelry District, Mosquito Town, West Capital. And it's just to... And apparently it's Gotenks and Trunks being the new Saiyaman as they're trying to keep this jewelry robbery from happening.
What the?
They just flipped over that vehicle.
Bold of you to rob a jewelry store in broad daylight, but too brash for your own good.
It's them, those would-be heroes who popped up in West Capital recently.
Oh yeah? How dare you wreck my ride like that, you snot-nosed wackos?
And then this robber tries to aim a gun at the both of them.
Back off unless you want to die.
And then it shows Trunks, who appears in front of him instantly and just breaks his gun. Because remember, these are the children of Saiyans. They are not human. Therefore, they are not human. And therefore, anything they do that is strength related is going to greatly surpass any normal human being.
You won't be dirtying our town anymore. Not on my watch.
And then Trunks just crushes the gun. And then he puts it inside like a plastic bag. And then he ties it up and goes,
now dispose of your trash properly. You little punk.
And then these robbers try to hit both Goten and Trunks. I know it's Goten and Trunks because they're literally on the color cover of 88. And the robbers try to hit him and stab him. But Goten and Trunks are just casually catching every one of their attacks to the utter amazement of these robbers.
Swinging blades around is risky business.
And then he just kicks the guy in his stomach.
Knives can't be disposed with normal garbage. What a pain.
And then it cuts to the guy who's just reeling from this kick from Goten.
Crip!
They haven't beaten us yet.
And they try to rush Goten and Trunks. But then they get kicked away by the both of them at the exact same time and fall on their heads. And then it cuts to the civilians looking at this as they were apparently put underneath the jewelry sign that they were robbing.
Okay, we give up.
Cleanup complete. And then it cuts to the police zoning in on where the robbery happened. And it cuts to these individuals standing on top of the roof and they take their helmets off. And it's Trunks and Goten.
That was great, Goten. It was perfect, Trunks. And the best part, our awesome pose, just like Clean God himself.
Saiyaman X1, Saiyaman X2, here to tidy. Sign, and then it has them standing up to a sign with a superhero called Clean God. And it says, sign, here to sweep away evil, your favorite video game superhero is finally hitting the big screen. Clean God is a video game? Sounds fun.
The poses, the catchphrases, you think you're cribbing too much from him?
Nah, it's fine. We're a duo after all. And then their phones start ringing.
Hey, a news bulletin. What? A big theft. Off to our next mission, then. Armed robbers? Huh? Armed robbers, huh? What town?
It was a cyber attack. Identity theft. They stole a bunch of people's personal info.
A cyber attack? Darn it. We can't beat up scumbags over the internet.
You've never been great with computers, Trunks.
I just want to face off against some mighty evil and do it in style. But maybe there's no place for superheroes in modern society.
Oh, if only they knew of My Hero Academia.
A peaceful world is a good thing. Yeah. Can't argue there, but still.
And then Goten's phone comes in, and it's Chi-Chi.
Goten, what do you think you're doing? Mom? You should have been home a while ago.
Right, sorry, on my way now.
The daring duo's exploits remain a secret to their families.
And it cuts to Goten changing into his regular civvy clothes.
Our transformation sequences ain't heroic at all. I wish we had special transformation watches like Gohan, especially since our folks don't know about any of this.
I know. I'll have Pilaf make us what we need. I wonder if Pilaf... Wow, time has passed. So everyone who was small before when we first met him ought to be a lot older now, including Shu, Emperor Pilaf, and Young Mai. Oh, this is a time skip, isn't it? This is a time skip, isn't it?
I know. I'll have Pilaf make us what we need.
Huh? You can just ask for stuff like that?
Yeah, I can. It's kind of a long story. Lend me your costume, Kay?
Oh, sure. See you at school tomorrow. And then Goten uses Flying Nimbus to get around. He just hops up on Flying Nimbus and takes off. And then he jumps down into an alley and he clicks his He clicks his bag and it turns into a capsule that he keeps inside of his suit. And then we see Dr. Briefs with his wife just out there. They have not aged a day. They have not aged a day at all. But we see Dr. Brief around the corner.
Grandpa's here.
Yikes!
Oh my, aren't you the mighty something or other man who's been making waves lately? I mop up evil in this world as Saiyaman X1.
And then the dog barks. And then I call it a dog, but it's basically like a little mini T-Rex that Dr. Briefs has, and it just launches at Trunks, but it starts nuzzling up to him.
But back off, Dino. This isn't the time.
That's odd. He's usually only that affectionate with family.
Well, superheroes are beloved by one and all, great and small.
And then he glares at this dino, and he goes, "Sit!" And then it just sits. "Farewell!" And then Trunks just flies off. More and more youngsters know how to fly nowadays. And then it cuts to Trunks, who's flying off.
Phew, close one. I'll really be in for it if Mom finds out I've been blowing off studying to play hero.
He's just like his daddy. Would rather do anything that deals with, like physical combat and stuff, and other than studying. Yeah, and then it cuts to Dr. Brief's wife as she goes, what is her name? I don't know Dr. Brief's wife's name, I forget it. But she goes,
Was there someone here, dear?
"Just a superhero passing by."
How wonderful. I'd love to meet a hero.
Actually, his voice was awfully familiar.
What flowers are nicer, do you think? Dear little Pan just started kindergarten, so I'd like to send a bouquet for the occasion.
Is that so? My, she's growing up so fast. Perhaps I'll send a splendid aircraft as a present. I remember her being dismayed that she couldn't fly like Piccolo and the others. This dude just casually said, maybe I'll send her a plane as a present. This dude just casually said, maybe I'll send her a plane as a present. This dude just said, I'll send her a plane as a present. Dr. Briefs, would you like a secretary or maybe like an errand boy? I would be most happy to work alongside you, sir, because I hear you got good benefits. That 401k will blow your mind. I'm sorry, but perhaps I'll send a splendid aircraft as a present. I remember her being dismayed that she couldn't fly like Piccolo and the others.
Goodness, that won't do. The girl doesn't have her pilot's license.
Astute point. No aircraft then. How about a castle instead? This man just said, if she can't get a plane, I'll just get her a castle. A whole castle. How much money does Bulma's family have? The answer is just yes. They have money. How much money? Yes. But how much money? Yes. A little bit of money? No. How much money? Yes. That's how much money they have. Astute point. No aircraft then. How about a castle instead?
A castle for a kindergartner? Quite a gift.
And then it cuts over to the little dino that they have with them, and it starts barking in one direction. What is it this time? And then as they're looking in one direction, it shows like a whole bunch of small individuals running towards Dr. Briefs and company. Huh? Aren't those our helper bots? What's gotten into them?
I wonder what's going on.
And then they look. And then Dr. Briefs looks behind him, and he looks shocked. And then he motions to his wife, "Honey?" And she looks around, and it shows like this Frankenstein-looking dude standing in front of him. And then his wife screams. And she just screams. The next day at Capsule Corps. And it cuts to Trunks, who's there.
Morning, all. Pilaf, how's my request from yesterday coming along?
Good morning, your master. One of them is done, yes.
Done already? Thanks a bunch. As simple a request as can be. Goal 10 will be done tomorrow. Awesome, thanks.
In exchange, Bulma doesn't need to know about me stealing the Dragon Balls, right?
Sure thing. Sure thing, as long as you keep our superhero deal a secret.
Rest easy, I haven't even breathed a word to Shu or Mai.
And then it cuts to Bulma, who shows up.
And what might you two be conspiring about?
Hi, Mom. Us conspiring? Nah.
Whatever it is, aren't you late for school?
Crap. Thanks again.
And then it cuts to Mai, older Mai, as Trunks just looks at her. And he starts blushing as he sees her and Shu trying to lift a big box.
That looks heavy, Mai. Let me help.
And then he just lifts the whole box by himself.
Is here good?
Sure, thanks.
While you're at it, mind helping me with mine too? And then Trunks just continues to talk to Mai.
Actually, Mai, I was hoping we could chat.
Ahem, this one's heavy too. And then it's like, ain't nobody listening to Shu. Like, hey, I bet if I was Mai, you'd be able to help pick up this box on Trunks. But Trunks goes,
actually, Mai, I was hoping we could chat.
Ahem, this one's heavy too.
About what?
Later, once I get home. And, bye-bye.
And then Trunks just runs off. I feel like my Trunks voice is getting slightly better than it was at the beginning. And then Bulma's just looking with that side eye like, my boy likes her. And then Pilaf goes, so much excitement so early in the day.
By the way, Pilaf, ever heard of a security camera?
What exactly do you mean?
I'm talking about the camera that caught you stealing the Dragon Balls from my room.
Huh?
If you're thinking about making some nasty wish, think again. Give them back.
Yes, of course. So sorry. Your goose was cooked from minute one.
Yes, of course. So sorry.
Your goose was... I started to feel like that Pilaf's voice was starting to turn into Shu's voice. So much excitement so early in the day.
By the way, Pilaf, ever heard of a security camera?
What exactly do you mean?
I'm talking about this camera that caught you stealing the Dragon Balls from my room.
Huh?
If you're thinking about making some nasty wish, think again. Give them back.
Yes, of course. So sorry. Your goose was cooked from minute one because Shu has a kind of a unique voice that is so much better than the way I was trying to make Emperor Pilaf sound at first. But I got it right now. I'm off. And then it's cuts to Trunks, who goes, I'm off. And he goes speeding on his bike so fast he's literally surpassing everyone who's in a car. And then he rides up to like a hot dog truck. Oh, I haven't had like a big old hot dog in a hot minute. And the hot dog vendor goes, late again, Trunks? Saved a dog just for you.
Thanks a lot. I'll be fine. Just gotta sneak in the classroom window.
And then he flips a coin over to the vendor. No, hold on. I think my family can sense when I want to eat something. I think my family can sense when I want to eat something because I was just talking about how I didn't have a hot dog in so long and my dad is getting me hot dogs from Cookout. That's so cool. I love my family. I love my family. I love them so much. But it cuts back to Trunks, and he gets a hot dog from a vendor as he goes, "Late again, Trunks? Saved a dog just for you."
Thanks a lot. I'll be fine. Just gotta sneak in the classroom window.
And then he flips a coin to the vendor.
If you say so, kid.
Then it cuts to Trunks, who's speeding past. Then it cuts to a car that's speeding past Trunks, and this dude is drinking, and then he throws his can out of the window, and it looks like the can is about to hit a kid in a baby carriage, a baby in a carriage, and then Trunks pulls over and flicks the can with his finger, and he causes that can to hit that dude directly in the head again, and he goes, "Ah, who the heck did that?" And then it cuts to Blue Hole High School. And it cuts to Trunks doing his very best to try and sneak inside of his classroom as a teacher is writing on the board. And as he gets inside of the window and thinks he's made it, he gets the teachers directly behind him. I feel like when it comes to series like this, teachers instantly know how to use instant transmission because he was in front of Trunks, in front of the window. But as soon as Trunks got through the window and started to make his way to his seat, the teacher was behind him.
Trunks. Ah! Not even the heir to Capsule Corporations gets to slip in after the bell. Sorry, sir. Continue this tardy streak and your time at this school may be over. Got it.
Smooth move, man.
Now back to the lesson. I've been busy. It's not like duty only calls after school.
Duty? What duty?
Forget it.
I won't cut it, Mr. Future CEO.
That's the thing, Compass.
And this is a new character. We're getting introduced to new characters. New human characters. Not superpowered individuals that we've been seeing for the past several hundred chapters. And I say several hundred, I mean Dragon Ball Z along with Dragon Ball Super. We're seeing actual humans interact on Earth now.
Forget it.
That won't cut it, Mr. Future CEO.
That's the thing, Compass. I don't want to run a corporation.
Why not? It's your ticket to becoming richer than rich.
Which sounds real boring to me. I need more excitement in my life.
And then it cuts to another girl. A girl with a big old afro. I'm glad that we got a sister in Dragon Ball. We got a full-fledged sister in Dragon Ball. And she has like this sort of foxy brown, what is her name? Misty something, the person from Luke Cage. Misty something? Her name is Misty something. The one black lady that has like the big hair, but she also has a robotic arm. Her name is Misty something. I know it's not Jessica Jones because I know who Jessica Jones is. But she has like this big old afro, and she goes,
I hear you're looking for excitement, a little adventure.
What do you mean, Rula?
Well, did you hear about the ghosts?
Huh? Ghosts?
Oh yeah, I heard about the hockey team had a sighting. And then it cuts to this one kid this one guy. Well, I can't say kids because they're in high school, so none of them are kids, but unless they skipped a grade. But this one dude with glasses goes, apparently they appear near the abandoned mansion on Mount Butterfly.
Want to check it out after school? Think of it as a dare.
We're in, right, Trunks?
Ghosts? Too silly. Besides, I've got a packed schedule tomorrow.
What's happening to Craven excitement, man?
It's not like that.
I wonder what's gotten into him. Sorry, I had to check in on Denim. He's good. He's good. I'll check on him after I'll check on him more after I get done with this. But we got new people, Rula, while Compass is going, I wonder what's gotten into him. And then Rula goes,
He never wants to hang out anymore.
and then Trunks goes,
A dare? Give me a break. I can't handle ghosts and ghouls and all that spooky stuff.
but you can handle aliens and everything else. But ghosts and spooky creatures scare you, but not individuals that can destroy your planet at a moment's notice. Those things don't scare you, but okay. Are you really Vegeta's son? Okay. And then it cuts to people shooting ball outside the school, shooting some b-ball outside of the school, and then it cuts to after school as Goten is walking with his friend, another brother. We got more brothers. We got brother representation in Dragon Ball. Thank God. It cuts to Trunks who catches up with Goten and goes,
Yo, Goten, video games at my place again, right?
oh, hey, Trunks. Yeah. Then it cuts to Capsule Corps where apparently they're playing that Clean God game.
Clean God is here to sweep away evil. Taste my cleanser strike.
And they're playing video games in his room. That looks like a Nintendo 64. I don't know why.
Games are great, but I want to kick butt in real life, too.
I bet you can't wait to use your new transformation watch, huh? Man, I want mine. I want one too.
Actually, I gave it a trial run today. I gave it a trial run today.
Already? Did you find some crime to fight?
Nope, but I transformed and flew to the movie theater during my free period to buy these.
And he has like Clean God tickets. Whoa! Day 1 tickets for the Clean God movie. We thought we'd never get our hands on these.
Complete with an in-person meet and greet with the movie star.
Too cool.
The thing is, Goten, I'm real sorry, but I could only get 2, and there's someone I really want to ask out.
It's Mai.
What? No way, for real?
Let me guess. Is it Mai? I know I owe you one, but give me a minute while I go ask her out, okay?
And then it cuts to Trunks as he walks into one of the workshops in Capsule Corps. And then it cuts to the people working in there as Trunks is in the way. On your right! And then carry that. And then it cuts to another person going, carry that over this way! And then it cuts to Trunks who goes up to where Mai is.
It's quite busy, huh? So, Mai, remember that chat I wanted to have with you? Well, are you free this Saturday? I've got some primo movie tickets.
And Mai just goes,
A movie, huh?
Yeah, the live-action Clean God movie I told you about. Let me tell you, these tickets were not easy to get.
Yeah, it's not really my thing.
And then it cuts to Pilaf who goes, Sorry, young master. A great volume of helper bots had to be recalled all at once, so we'll be busy repairing them all for the rest of the month.
Yeah, what he said.
You can't take a single night off for dinner and a movie?
I'm afraid she cannot. Not even a request from you, young master, can keep us from this work. We're only allowed to live here as long as we're useful. Especially 'cause Bulma laid down the law after that business this morning.
How long will it take? How long will it all take?
Impossible to say for now. It's non-stop as the helper bots keep getting caught in. And then it cuts to another who goes, Got 2 more recalled helper bots here. And it's the same helper bots that we saw running amok through the streets with Dr. Reef and his wife were out shopping.
What's the deal with them?
What is? They stopped obeying their owners and ran away from their homes. I created these helper bots and I don't make mistakes. Someone must have tampered with them. There's a rumor that when night falls, strange folk appear to meddle with the helper bots.
So if I catch these weirdos, Mai will have Saturday night off?
If the recall is called off, of course.
Great, I've got some criminals to stop. Just you wait, Mai.
And then he runs off, and then he goes over to where Goten is.
Up and at him, Goten. It's Saiyaman action time.
Wait, what? We've got a mission? Then it cuts to nighttime.
Shu said most of the reports came from this neighborhood.
I don't see any strange folk. Maybe the rumor is just a rumor.
Even a residential street feels kind of creepy in the dark.
Creepy? That reminds me. People said that ghosts are showing up around here too.
Cut it out, Goten. There's no such thing as ghosts, okay?
Hang on. Are you scared of ghosts, Trunks?
Scared? Never. As the son of a scientist, I don't even believe in them.
Well, that's funny, because I'm pretty sure both our dads have died and come back as ghosts or whatever.
That's not the same.
And then Trunks just walks into an individual, and he goes, sorry. And it's just a very tall Frankenstein-looking guy. And he immediately freaks out.
I do believe!
And he just runs off and he cowers with his head in his hands.
Hey, Trunks, that must be the culprit. Huh?
As we see this dude put a hood over his head. He's like a tall Frankenstein-looking dude with a patchwork over the side of his face with a striped shirt on. And then it cuts to him walking past some fancy-looking guy with a helper bot. And the fancy guy is going,
"Cook me up a fine dinner once we're home, bro, buddy." Roger, roger.
And then the dude, the Frankenstein-looking guy, Frankenstein's monster, let's be correct, because Frankenstein's monster is not called Frankenstein. Frankenstein is the creator of Frankenstein's monster. This Frankenstein's monster-looking dude takes a controller out of his pocket, and he hits a button, and then all of a sudden, his robot drops the bags he was carrying and starts fizzling and rattling around with him going,
what's the matter?
And then all of a sudden, his helper bot immediately takes off in another direction.
Where on earth are you up to? Where on earth are you off to?
See, he must have done something with that he must have done something to it with that remote control.
And he wears that spooky mask to scare people away. What a dirty move.
Then it cuts to a car that's behind Goten and Trunks as it veers off and flashes its lights and blinds them and then drives off past them.
Oh no, he's getting away in that car! Maybe we can find his hideout? Let's tail him!
And then both Goten and Trunks just fly into the air and follow the car all the way up to what looks to be like a big old mansion at the top of the hill. Are y'all sure you didn't steal this from Batman? Because this strangely looks like Wayne Manor in the animated series of Batman. Just a lone mansion at the top of a hill surrounded by woods on the outskirts of a city. That's just what it seems like.
That's the abandoned mansion on Mount Butterfly, where they said ghosts have been showing up.
Must be his lair. Let's check it out.
Wait, Goten. It's pretty late and dark. How about we come back in daylight?
What's the matter? Don't you want to solve this mystery so you can have your movie date? And besides, I thought you didn't believe in ghosts, huh?
You're not wrong there.
And then conflicting thoughts between wanting to be with Mai and then monsters. And then going to the movies with Mai and then more monsters. And then having ice cream with Mai and then even more monsters. And then, while he's having all these thoughts, Goten is already getting closer and closer to the building itself.
Darn it! Don't leave me alone, Goten! Fine, let's do this!
But he has all... Firstly, let's do this in succinct. He has all of these thoughts in his head, and he goes,
"Fine, let's do this!"
And he looks, and he sees that Goten is already up to the building where they're trying to go.
Darn it! Don't leave me alone, Goten! Not cool, man.
And then Goten just goes, shh. And then they look inside, and they see all the helper bots. They see all the helper bots, and they're apparently putting something in some sort of... They're putting something in some sort of boxes. Those look like bento boxes. They look eerily like bento boxes. They have all these patchwork zombie-looking dudes working in here, including one that is looking like a mummy, but it looks like they're making bento boxes of some kind.
Those are the helper bots that's being recalled, right? I get it. They're overriding the system programming to put our bots to work here. This is where those missing bots from the city ended up. Wait, is that the pre-packaged sushi that's been all the rage in West Capital recently? Is that the pre-packaged sushi that's been all the rage in West Capital recently? Now that I know who's making it, blah.
And then the dude that looks like a mummy looks up and he goes,
"Who are you?"
And then both Goten and Trunks duck down.
Yikes!
And then it cuts to those mummy dude walking up towards them, towards the glass, because they're on the outside of the building. He grips the throat of someone, but it's not Goten and Trunks. It's actually Compass, one of Trunks' classmates, along with Rula and the other guy. The same three people that wanted to go up to this mansion are already in the building, and apparently they've been found out.
How'd you kids sneak in here? Ah!
Aren't those your classmates?
Oh, great, they went through with their dare. You wanna beatin' that bad, huh? I'll transform and charge in. You wait, I'll transform and charge in there. You wait here, Goten.
Got it. And then Trunks hits dial on his watch, and he's hitting it, and it's not really working.
Huh?
Better act fast, Trunks.
Not working. Maybe it broke when I smacked it before.
And then all of a sudden, his costume comes on, and it cuts to Trunks knocking away the hand of the mummy guy who was holding up Compass. And then everyone is shocked to see him. Who the heck are you?
I'll have you know I am the Saiyaman X1.
And then it cuts to the dude with the glasses going, thanks for coming to save us. I'm a major fan.
Ah, cool. But let me do my own introduction next time.
Oh, wait, it's Trunks who says, I'll have you know I am. And then it's the dude with the glasses who says, it's Saiyaman X1. Thanks for coming to save us. I'm a major fan.
Cool. But let me do my own intro next time. Well, you ain't leaving now that you've gotten a peek at our operation. As if that zombie makeup could scare off the likes of me. How foolish. I cannot stand idly by while you menace these good citizens. Get that punk!
And then a whole bunch of zombie-looking guys rush Trunks, who he easily swats away. And the dude that is, and then it cuts to one of the zombies who's built like a football player. Kind of reminds me of the football players from Beetlejuice a little bit. He just sees his other dudes getting thrown all through him, all around him, and then Trunks zooms in towards him going, last man standing, huh? Upcycle punch! And he punches this guy, but he doesn't move.
I'm built different than those others. I'm engineered to eat a wimpy hit like that and then some.
You don't say. Then I'll force you to go all out. Cyclone style? Tornado?
And as he's saying this, Trunks' watch starts to fizzle out more and more and more. Until his costume comes off, and he's back in his school clothes directly in front of his friends.
Hurricane?
Ah! Huh? Trunks? This is bad! And then Goten immediately shoots the breaker that cuts all the lights off. And then in an instant, Goten gets everybody out of the mansion, except for Trunks. And then Rula goes,
We're outside?
how in the world? Wait, aren't you Trunks' old friend?
Yeah, I'm Goten.
Oh boy, that was pretty scary, huh? I think the ghost made all of us see the same illusion. An illusion? When did it start? Right around when you got near the building. And then Rula's going,
Right.
Ah, but of course, naturally, Trunks couldn't be Saiyaman himself. Hang on, you're saying that place really is a haunted house? And then it goes to all three of them who realize, oh no, the place is haunted, and then they run off, screaming. Then it cuts back to Goten, who looks back at the building.
Hey, where'd you go? I almost sound like Raccoon there for a moment. Eraser gun!
I'm sorry.
I happen to know exactly where you are.
How?
You want to see me that bad?
And then Trunks goes Super Saiyan.
What the heck are you?
Allow me to introduce myself correctly this time.
And then Trunks puts his costume back on with his watch.
I am Saiyaman X1, here to mop up evil! A superhero!
And he punches this zombie football player directly in the face. And then it cuts to him hitting him so hard that the punch whips up everybody else inside of the room.
Cleanup complete.
Then someone flips the switch, and it's Goten turning the lights back on. Wow, you really let him have it.
Yup, where's Compass in them?
Compass in them? That sounds like something I would say. Where Frieza and them at? Trunks over here sound like, where's... I would have expected Trunks to say, where's Compass and the others? He just says like, yup, where Compass and them? Headed home. I told them it was an illusion.
Thanks, I almost blew it there.
So who are these guys anyway?
Crap, I knocked them all out before asking.
Nice going.
There's gotta be a clue around here.
And then it cuts to Trunks going through the building, looking towards a safe. This is a very long chapter. We're on page 58. And he goes up to a safe. A safe? And he just pries open the safe, and inside there's a solitary disc that says confidential with the name Dr. Giraud on there. What is it? Not sure, but it's the only thing they had locked up tight, so it must be some crazy important data. I'll check it out back at home, but all I care about is ending the recall, so anything beyond that is sort of whatever. And then as both Trunks and Goten leave, we see someone making their way towards the building, and it's Krillin! Because remember, he's still an officer of the law, and he's just making his way through the dark. As it cuts to Goten and Gohan, Goten and Trunks going up to like, huh? Is that Krillin?
Whoa! Oh, it's you boys. This is no place for a couple of teens to be sneaking around at night.
What are you doing here, though?
We've got a report from a nearby resident. Have you boys seen The Walking Dead around here by any chance?
Walking Dead?
Yeah, a bunch of corpses were stolen from the morgue recently, and someone saw those dead people walking around up here. Spooky stuff, if you ask me.
Dead people? Walking? I should have known! They really were ghoulies!
What are you talking about?
And then it cuts back to the area. It cuts back to the mansion where these zombies, they are actually zombies. These reanimated zombies and the workers are all around on the ground. And it cuts to a person who's carrying some, is that food? It's something. Someone shows up and he goes like,
What? What is this all about? Tell me what happened. Talk to me, Alpha number 12.
Got beaten by a kid with this school crest.
The entire Alpha series? Defeated?
Yeah.
How can this be? Don't worry. Since you're all corpses, I'll have you up and about again in no time.
And then he goes to his office. This individual goes to his office, and he goes to a safe, and he goes,
No! Where's the data disk from the safe?
They took that with them.
What? Anything but that! There's only one like it in the world!
Sorry.
Ah, what a disaster! Blue Hole High School. Who could have done this? Either way, this base of operations is finished. Curses! Just when our sushi sales were really starting to pick up, I'll have to procure research funds some other way.
And then it cuts to the next day.
Hey, so about this Saturday...
Gah! Endless toil!
Goes Pilaf.
A day off? Unthinkable! The recall was canceled, but now we've got a small army's worth of broken bots to repair!
And then it cuts to Mai, who goes,
We'll be going without sleep in the hopes of meeting our quotas.
And then it cuts to Shu, who goes, They found a whole heap of the missing bots at the old place up on Mount Butterfly. It seems like someone had smashed them to bits.
Ah! I can't believe it!
And then it just cuts to Mai, just looking kind of confused. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is chapter 88 of Dragon Ball. I am done. I have fully caught up to Dragon Ball Super. This took a very long time. Love from India. Ayush, love to you as well. I wonder how much stronger Goten and Trunks gotten since they were kids. I'm sleep. Krillin became a cop. I mean, Krillin was already a cop. He was already a cop. So is he a guy who's just trying to make a living from sushi, or is he doing something shady? I feel like if you have a disc that belongs to Dr. Giraud, who is the creator of Android 17, 18, all the androids from the Android series, and Cell, you're probably doing something shady. Most likely. But we've done it. We caught up to Dragon Ball Super completely. I now know everything that's going on in Dragon Ball. It took many weeks and many days But I just want to say thank you all for sticking it out with me for this entire Dragon Ball series. So now we can get to singular chapters. And now I can dedicate a lot of my days to getting back into gaming streams where we can just chill and I'm playing games, especially Marvel's Midnight Suns, because I really got to pick that up again and continue where I left off. But I just want to say it's been an amazing time having these long read-through sessions with all of you. It's an absolute honor. Now you gotta wait months for a chapter. The next chapter will be dropping January 19th, apparently. Let me go to the list. If I go to the chapter list, it says, yes, January 19th will be the next chapter for Dragon Ball Super. So you don't have to wait months. You just gotta wait a couple of weeks at most. But it's been an amazing journey. It's been an honor to be your entertainer as I caught up completely to Dragon Ball Super. So many things happened. Frieza's back, and he's now more powerful than ever. So it just begs the question, just how many years have passed for Trunks and Goten to be up in high school? Have 10 years passed? Enough time for Goku and Vegeta to get even more powerful than they've ever been before? That there begs the question, but we're just going to have to wait and see where Dragon Ball takes us next year. To everyone here, like I've said, it is an immense honor and privilege to be someone that can entertain you. And as I close out Dragon Ball for this year, I just want to say how happy I am that I'm able to do this for a living. And thanks to all of you, your contributions, whatever your way you choose to do it, through liking or sharing, telling people about me, subscribing, being members, or even super chats or even super thanks. I just want to say thank you for making this worthwhile. I just want to say I love this, and I'm thankful for all of you. But that's where I'm going to draw to close for today for Dragon Ball until January 19th. So to everyone here, under the sound of my voice, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then like, subscribe, share with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And maybe even consider becoming a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. We did it. We finally caught up to Dragon Ball Super.